G'day guys, I'm down here at the farm dam. Thought I'd do a video showing how you can utilise some bush food, but rather than have it and present it as a way of collecting food that you can cook when you're out in the bush or as a survival food, I wanted to show it how you can gather it and use it to supplement some of the food in your house, therefore reducing your food bill a little bit. So yeah, what we're looking at here, this is the cattail, otherwise known as a bulrush. Easily identifiable by the heads. However, it's we're coming into fall here in Australia, autumn, so the heads have all spent and foliage is all taken off. There's not a lot of new shoots coming through. So I'm not going to show you every way you can use this plant. There's a multitude of parts of the plant you can eat. I'm only going to focus on one, and I might do more in other videos, but it depends on the time of the year. This is the plant, and what I'm going to be looking at is the actual stalk. So I'll give you a close-up of this, but basically you want to peel the outside leaves off, peel them off, until you've just got that central core, and it does snap off. Alright, so that's what I'm looking at. That's your stalk, that's your plant. So the area we're looking at is this white bit down the bottom here, and you can eat that raw, so you can just chew on it raw, but I'm going to collect a few of these and I'm going to take them up the shoulder and process them up and show you how we can turn this into spaghetti pasta and have a nice meal. Stick around, guys. Right guys, I just wanted to address the conservation a little bit. Yeah, you could go through, you could pull out every cattail here and take them all and you could eat well for one day. But what I'm doing is I'm selecting, like we've got 3 of them here, I'm just taking one and trying to spread the love around, so I'm not raping the environment too much. And I'm also not, I could pull the whole plant out of the ground, and as I said, there are other parts of the plant you can eat. You can eat the roots. I'm not going to go into that. There's different ways of approaching that, and you've got to look at pollutants and stuff as well. But if I rip the whole plant out, that's it. I've destroyed the plant. But by just peeling back those outer leaves and pulling out the center core, yeah, I've destroyed the plant for that season. But the root system's still there, and it's going to produce more plants in the next season. So I'm leaving the root stock intact and maintaining it. You don't want to take too much from one area, so you're not diminishing your resources too much. And another thing too, you've got to look at your area. If you don't know what your laws are in regard to harvesting plants, I know some areas this plant's endangered, especially in some parts of America, and so it's illegal to harvest it just because they're trying to let it get a go on, because there's other plants that are invading that are robbing of its natural habitat, so they're losing the plant. So just be aware of what your local laws are, and yeah, harvest responsibly. Don't take the whole lot, just take what you need, and as I said, don't take them all from one area, spread it around over the whole crop. There's plenty of them here. This is a farm dam, and the horses get in here, as you can see. They chew on the leaves. That one's a classic example of where the horses have been in here chewing on them. But yeah, so just peeling off the outside layers. And then snapping the core if you can. And as I said, this time of the year they've been growing for quite a while, and this is an older one, so they're not like this small one here. If I pulled that out, it'd come out easy because it's a younger plant, but these larger ones take a bit more effort. Alright guys, so this is the cattail head. This is what you're looking for when you're trying to identify the plant. This is the female part. In the spring these form, and you have another one above it, which is the male. This is the female, and you can eat them as well, but I'm not going to go into that in this video, just because of the season. These are all spent, male's gone. But this thing, when they burst open, later on it will swell up and it will burst open. Makes a great tinder for getting your fire going. I've done a video on that on my channel, so you can check that out in the playlist. You can also use it for insulation, so you can use it, pack in, make a pillow, stuff it inside your clothes to give yourself some warmth in winter if you're in a survival situation. This is what you're looking for. If you don't know the plant, if you're not 100% sure that it's a cattail, don't eat it. Yeah, simple as that. Don't eat it. It's not worth it. You don't want to get sick. But this is what you're looking for when you're trying to identify them. And they don't have to be on every plant, but once you see one, obviously the one right beside it, there's a pretty good chance it's going to be the same one. And you can look at the leaves and they're all the same. So that's the head of the cattail. That's what you're looking for to identify the plant. And you'll see them all around the cities. They're in drainage ditches and on the outskirts around dams and creeks and swampy areas. But to touch on that, they're a filter plant. So they're in the process of living, they suck all the contaminants out of the water, out of the ground, and filter them through their roots. So if it's in a contaminated area, as I said, you can eat multiple parts of the plant. One of them is the roots. But you want to be trying to harvest it from somewhere that's relatively clean. Obviously you don't want to be harvesting it out of a sewage ditch or any other contaminated area. But in a survival situation, if you've got nothing else to eat, then have at it. But alright, so that's the head. That's what you're looking for. And I'll finish harvesting these and I'll take them back up to the shelter and see if I can whip up a feast. Alright, so I'm back here at the shelter. As you can see, I've got a good bundle of cattail. So I got to clean them all up first, and then I'll get some firewood and get a fire going. The part we're looking at is this lower part, so the last 4, 5, 6 inches. And what we want to do, clean them up a bit more, because you're imagining they've just come out of a swampy area, had mud and water and stuff all over them. They are going to be cooked, so they will be sterilised by cooking. But just peel off the other few more leaves on the outside, just to give us a nice clean surface to work with. And the closer we get to the core, the more tender it is, and that's what we want as well. So like that, and also remembering when I've snapped this off, that might have been below water level, so you could have got some contaminants in the end there. So I'll just cut the end off it like that, and that you can eat it raw, so you can just eat that as is. Tastes like a cucumber, and you can slice it up, mix it in with a salad, so it's like cucumber in a salad. But I'm going to make the spaghetti, so I'm going to cut it off just to where it starts to turn green. So about there somewhere. I mean, you can go further up. You could go further up here. And you can still eat it, but the outside is more chewy, so you'd have to peel off more layers off the outside to get to it. It has a stronger flavour as well, but the inside is still tender. But I'm just going to take that much off the ends. I'll throw that on the ground, and I'll clean all this up and see what I'm left with. Alright, so I've ended up with a handful, and what I'll do now, you could leave them whole, but what I'm going to do is split them. I want these to be like pasta, so I might split them in half, I might split them into quarters, just lengthwise split down, which will look something like, just starting off in the centre. That's your half. If it's a bit thicker, I might just go again. So you end up with something that's a similar diameter to spaghetti pasta, and that's what I'm looking at. So I'll get lots of little strands like that. So I'll process that up, and then I'll get rid of all this stuff, get some wood, get a fire going. So that's what I've ended up with. I can show you without tipping them all out. Decent size handful there, a couple of handfuls. I'm looking at making enough for 2 people at least, so I'm going to have leftovers. Alright, tidy up in here, get some firewood, get the fire going, and then I'll fry them up, put them aside, and I'll do the rest of my meal. Put them all back together again. I'm telling you all this now because I'm not going to do a lot of talking for the rest of the video. Let the pictures speak for themselves. Alright guys, so we've come to the end of the video. I'm sitting here with an empty plate, and the reason for that is my battery went flat and my 2 spare batteries were also flat because I'd used them a couple of days ago and forgotten to recharge them. So, rookie error on my part, but it was very nice. Had a slight cucumber flavour to it, the spaghetti, but it would have benefited from a bit of Parmesan cheese on top as well. But all in all, it was quite nice. So the idea of the video, as I said at the beginning, was to get people thinking that they can utilise natural resources, not just when they're out in the wilderness and doing survival sort of stuff, but just in your everyday life, and use it as a way to reduce your grocery bill, which, you know, who doesn't want to reduce their grocery bill? A little bit of extra money a year, you know, it's worth it. So yeah, the cattail, again, you got the little heads, easy to identify, so there's no fear of getting it mistaken with something else. And yeah, just a great plant to multitude of uses for it. I've just shown you one, so yeah, do your research, see what else you can use them for. If you've liked the video, give it a thumbs up to start with. If you haven't subscribed, you can hit that subscribe button. It's been there the whole video. You could have clicked on it and show your support that way, and you also don't miss out on future videos I put up. If you haven't looked through my playlist, check through there. I've got a whole heap of different things going on, from building the shelters and canoes and yeah, you name it. So check that out. It might be something there you're interested in watching. And share the video on social media if you think it's, you know, it's informative and other people might enjoy it, and share it. Help get the word out there, not just for my channel, but I just think it's a bit of useful information that people might find beneficial in these times to save a bit of money. But alright guys, till next time, thanks again for watching. If you've sat through this far, as a bit of an added bonus for you, I think there's a couple of little outtakes that I had happen during the filming of this video, so I'll throw them on now. So just that's a bonus for hanging through the whole video. But till next time guys, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it, and yeah, see you around. You don't want to take too much from one area, and just so you're not diminishing. This is what you're looking for when you're trying to positively. Alright guys, this is the head of the cattail. This is what you're looking for when you're trying to positively identify the plants. A fly. Oh, looper. Ow!